Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back! We are going to be continuing the playthrough of Valentine Snowball Fight. I always forget the subtitle for some reason. It's not easy to remember. The struggle for fight and love or something? I actually added an official subtitle for that. We'll probably get in the very last screen of this story, but yeah, without further ado, let's hop right in. Always a good day to be greeted by Boogeyman and Zhurong. Okay, so we will be finishing off with both episodes 4 and 5 today. Let us hop right in and enjoy the story, where Godomkano will most likely fall once or twice more, which is what I'm looking forward to most. Yo, Oddly! Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the video I released earlier. Saw your comment. Thanks for leaving a message. With that, I can finally relax a bit and maybe enjoy some other games during my off time. Valentine Snowball Fight. A steamy side hustle. Why does it sound so degenerate? Is this game telling me to open up an OnlyFans? I might consider it. Hey, Earthen. Nice work out there. Indeed, it has been a splendid battle so far. Inviting you to participate was a perfect decision on my other half. Yeah, the event's been a smash hit so far. Live coverage of it has gone super viral. There's been a rush of reservations for people looking to attend the final round tomorrow. Just to show the value of early reg. A bunch of them are saying they want to be part of the fight too, so I talked it over with Kitty Precious here. Ah, yes. You see, we figured we could establish a rental service for the gimmick items you've been using in the matches. Frankly speaking, I didn't particularly care what became of them after the fighting was over. Can you believe he intended to just toss them into storage? And I'm like, if that's the case, let's make use of them. Ugh, seriously. Welcome Hyun-chan and Azinu. Gotta get my money's worth, you know? So I told Tescat here, just you wait and see. I've got some big plans. Always thinking, no. You're the entrepreneur after all. Even the counselor will be pleased with your plan, no doubt. Yeah, to recoup the losses from this unexpected registration. Well, you two seem to be an odd pairing. Since I did real good, do I get a bonus? Or should I come back, again with my guild? Or I should come back again with my guild, I guess summers. Oh ho ho! Another battle, this time between my brethren and your summoners. My heart skips a beat just thinking about it. And since I don't have a heart, that's quite a feat. I know I've corrected that joke before, but repetition is the heart of comedy. Is that what you've been telling Shannon? By the way, should you make good on this, we will gladly be your opponents. And you may be assured a grand, difficult struggle. Ah, but that does remind me. We have something to discuss with our own archivists, do we not, Merchant? Here, I actually do have a bonus for you. Hey, come on! Why look at me like that? This is just business, too. Events gone better and earned more than expected, so it's only alright to give a little back. So you get a bonus for helping make it such a success, as do the delegates from each team, and of course the MVP captains. They're all formally invited to our exclusive hot springs, typically available by reservation only. The water can't be beat. Yeah, that's where we left off. After the snowball fights, we're gonna go to the hot springs for some reason now, and also eating food. Seems like a special quest shoved right in the middle of the main story for some reason, but, you know, less about the story, more about the characters and interactions has been really good so far. Not much, is it? Well, I'll see to it you have a good time, my other half, as I have a bit of surprise for you myself. Yo, I'm Leek. Howdy. Well, I've got a bad feeling this, but whatever it is, I think I'll pass. You don't know when to quit, do you? I knew you'd respond that way, but your gaze still does wound me so, my other half. Well, either way, it's a bonus for sure. No sense letting an opportunity like this go to waste, right? Hope to see you there. Getting only bad vibes from here, but I mean, what else is new? Guess I'll be there. Kind of have to be. Well, if it isn't the young cub again, you certainly had quite a showing out there today. Indeed, your defensive moves were quite stunning. I shall have to use them as reference for my own maneuvers in the future. Always so stiff and formal, Zabania. Lighten up a little. Now's the time to celebrate our unmitigated victory. Hey now, I'm right here, you know. Show some respect for your next-door neighbor from the other side of the fence. Oh dear. My apologies, Dr. Shenong. If it's any consolation, they are on even footing, and victory may be in the luck of the draw. So I say we mourn our losses and celebrate our wins with impunity. Why is Shenong with him anyways? That's what the student life is all about, isn't it? You've got a point. And seeing as how everybody's having fun and nobody's been injured yet, I guess I can't complain much, or give someone my chapter 10 inches. The three of you are all together. When did you become so close? You're kind of a motley crew now. Well, we all fought with our might, and then congratulated one another after it on a good game. It's good sportsmanship. I mean, not saying the doc is just a civilian or anything, but I was really impressed by just how tough he was out there. So tough that it moved me. I wished to learn from an example, and so I reached out to him to join us in celebration. I think he might be the only sane one enough to actually be willing to join you guys. No, I'm a medic, nothing more. I've never been able to get used to the battlefield, and I hope I never will. That aside, the sweets here are really quite something, aren't they? You missionaries made them, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes, they were provided by Choji Iemori. His confectionery skill never ceases to impress. Interesting. He's a Shinjuku student, no? I didn't realize he baked off campus as well. Yeah, despite Choji being a Shinjuku student, he's a missionary. It's very bizarre since I don't think they're close at all. Oh? You know of his work, Dr. Shenong. You have an interest in the culinary arts as well as medical, then? Back in Bengali, we believe in the health benefits of a balanced diet, so we doctors have to know about food too. I'm having my Sanji arc right now. For example, the cacao used in chocolate can help combat fatigue, and knowing that makes eating it all the more exciting, right? I see. I was unaware of that particular fact about the confection. I'm ashamed of my lack of education on the matter. Well, if it makes you feel any better, eating too much can poison you. So there's that. Anyway, on that note, I got a little reward for you, troublemaker, to help celebrate your victories. Open your mouth and close your eyes, if you dare. And he's gonna give us another surprise kiss. Oh, for the young cub. I didn't know we were exchanging now, but if that's the case, I have one as well. Say, I have prepared no such confection, but if you desire such thing, I'm all too happy to procure one post-haste. Chill, everyone. If y'all insist. That's not chocolate. You're actually opening your mouth and closing your eyes without a second thought. See, that worries me more than anything. I feel like you'd be very easy to trick. Promise you'll only do this for me, troublemaker. Now, say, that unreserved part of him is definitely one of his charm points, though. Now, how's about letting me spoil you too, I'd like to as well, though. I would ask you to keep your eyes closed very tightly, as I prefer not to be seen. This is a very bizarre moment, having 3 chocolates slipped inside our mouths. And other things. For the moment, however, I do believe we have somewhere else to be, no? Oh, you're absolutely right. My apologies, Incub. I wish I could spend more time with you. But our reservation time at the outdoor bath is nigh, and I thought perhaps we should scope it out in advance so as not to be late. And as long as we're staying somewhere with an outdoor bath, it'd be a waste not to enjoy it. So please, do excuse us. Well, as for me, my body isn't well suited to public baths, shall we say, so I'll be returning to my room. I'll see you again tomorrow, though. Be sure you don't catch yourself a cold after bathing or anything like that. Congratulations again for really kicking butt out there. Oh, they are getting along. Nice. Well, Shinya to Tantom anyways. I feel like that's you, Shinya. You're the real star. Hope you're able to enjoy yourself. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I enjoyed myself a lot. I'm really glad to have come here. I too was quite impressed by your showing at there, Arthan. To think such a well-planned tactics could be brute forced apart like that. Even His Excellency was caught thoroughly off guard. That was all Jacob's, though. So, how do you like me now? What a cheeky thing to say! But yes, you are more of a threat in our eyes now, and we'll adjust our plans accordingly. Just know this, the missionaries may have won this battle, but we are poised to win the war. If the opposition's approach cannot be stopped, then we will devise a new means of countering it every time. If neither sword nor fist can be withstood, then we shall disable them through other means. Do look forward to the third round. Also, Shinya Tennoji, what is the meaning behind the words you spoke earlier? Tantomo, I was hoping you might be willing to discuss that with me at some length. Who told you to repeat yourself? Are you purposely trying to annoy me? I have no time for such imbecilic nonsense. No, Counselor. What harm is there in it? This is no battlefield, and conversing with a worthy opponent has its merits, no? You really are such a simpleton. Understand, Yasuyori, that while entertaining such discussion, others are... Shinya, there you are! You were absolutely brilliant out there! Might have a few words with you about the fight. Shinya Tennoji, would you like to eat some sweets with me, maybe? Can we go to the hot springs together? Shinya! I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm talking with these people right now. It's okay. We'll wait. We'll wait however long it takes. Till the end of eternity, if it matters. This is what I was talking about. Let's just be grateful a certain god of destruction is in here. Because that would be disastrous. Yeah, the mantis isn't bad. Why have you taken to interacting with me, knowing this would happen? Do you truly wish to antagonize me so? Well, I mean, you offered me advice yourself, so I thought I might talk with you a little more. Don't try to add me to your harem. That's so good. Don't try to add me to your harem so nonchalantly to become some sort of disciplinarian character. Yeah, he's talking about a tsundere. Because I'm not a tsundere. I have always been, and always will be a cute character. And don't any of you forget about it. Maybe a yandere. I'm not sure I understand anything what was just said, but I really respect the counselor for always telling it like it is. At any rate, Shinya, I will give you a proper response to your request. As I told you before, I do not like you. It irritates me to no end that you're always judging me from afar. Now that I've evolved as much, will you leave me alone? See, that's exactly why. That's exactly why I want to talk with you more. It's the fact that you hate me. That anyone hates me. I want to continue being chastised by you, even if it's from afar. In fact, I'd love it if you come and visit me at my cafe, Asterism, in Daikanyama. Have you not been listening to a word I've said? You truly are pitiful. Arrogant fool of a man, aren't you? Fine. If you want me to grace you with my presence, I will. And I'll steal your harm while I'm at it. Okay, I've been getting a better grasp of Tanatomo's personality. He's kind of funny. I'll make myself known to your adoring throng fans, and I'll show them who's truly worthy of their love. And I'll accompany you. I've always wanted to check out a trendy cafe like that. Trendy? As long as I'm there, even a school cafeteria would be a top-tier establishment. Be sure to save me the best seat. And I expect you to be there as well, sitting at my table. Chair something like royalty, Arathan. Sounds fun. Looking forward to it. And I mean, you asked for it, Shinya. Just don't fight in a cafe, please. Thank you all for indulging me. I'll be sure to reserve you the best seat in the house. But speaking of the cafe, that reminds me. I promised them I'd call to check in and see how things are going there. So please excuse me, I'll catch up with you all later. Harem battle? Well, I don't know. Tanatomo has a decent chance if he has his army of one with Yasuyori versus all of Shinya's fanboys. Selfish little last years. Pretends to be all fragile, and suddenly shifts to shameless. Can't stand people like him. But it's those very traits that allow him to stand toe-to-toe with you, counselor. Yo, Ramino, welcome. I mean, you've been getting more and more shameless yourself recently, haven't you? It's not hard not to notice. And just what do you mean by that, Yasuri? You've been rather loose-lipped these days, and I don't think I care for it. Sorry, counselor. I stepped out of line, huh? Silence is golden. I'll be good. Just watch me. I'm afraid I must be taking my leave as well for the moment, Arthur. I have a lesson to teach, let us say. Ow! Counselor, please let go of my ear! Don't drag me! Counselor! Oh, it is the Divine One. Why, Faust! I beheld your actions in the fight thus far, and mine eyes were dazzled by the sight. Arthur, seriously, good job out there. Yo, Choji, you made it. And Softleys too. The missionaries who aren't here are busy helping out with the other events. And I was supposed to be doing the same. But this event has turned into such an unexpectedly huge hit that it seemed like the sweets I've made were gonna run out. So I had to make some last-minute schedule changes and come help out here instead. Not what I planned, but I'm kinda glad. The massive sweets I made to not be enough means I've got free reign to make just as much as I could ever want now, right? It's wonderful to see your skills employed on such a grand scale. Never let it be said that there can be too much of a good thing. For with so much to indulge in, I shall surely see you all dive headfirst to your own destruction. But you must find my presence here strange and unexpected, no, Arthur? I'm here because I'm part of the Warmongers myself. Therefore, I initially intended to take part in this amusement by default. It is quite a sight indeed, seeing so many become so engrossed in this idle nonsense, martyring themselves to their convictions. But I do not wish to belittle these proceedings. The bottom line, regrettably, is that I could not participate in the event in the end. For, you see, the sponsors of this event advised us that due to the scale of the undertakings, the hotel is short-staffed. How does Borong sound? Also keep it English if you can, Ramino. Otherwise I will have Azino smite you. Seriously, how does Borong sound? I don't even know. Swastiatsu, my lovely guests. What can I do for you? Do you need a drink? Bet making service? Wake up call? Oh, please excuse me. I'm being summoned over here now. Oh my. And over there too? I need all the help I can get, and even that may not be enough. Where did the new hire get off to anyway? Hey, newbie! Nomad? No, that's not. There's been someone new help from external sources, though the crowds are such that even these bolstered ranks are insufficient. So I've been appointed head of the whole staff on account of my impeccable record as butler. And the good job you're doing, Mephistopheles. Everyone's focused and efficient, and service has been top tier. It is good to hear such praise from such a famed patissier. The staff too has proclaimed it is a good learning experience. Guess I'm just gonna have to make even more intricate desserts then, to stay on top. This is gonna be fun. Seeing the allure of sweets take hold is magical, but get too invested and you may miss your chance to serve your creations. Take these for example, so decadent. A single bite and you will be forever captive. Care to try one, Ayrton? I'd rather try one of yours, Joji. I'll give it a try, most philosophies. Oh, that's all it takes to catch your interest. I am at your service then. The finest sweets you'll ever try can be found here. And of course, we prepared the best possible drink to accompany them. Maybe I should start clicking through this because it is just a lot of side content. Thanks for the subscription, Ramino. Yeah, good to see Choji again. He did seem to open up a lot more to us in Sunshine Christmas, so it's nice to see him in his usual antics after that. Is there anything else that would make you more comfortable or help you enjoy yourself more? Simply say the word if so. No money need change hands. I'm but a humble butler, and I will serve you tirelessly until you are completely sated. I'm the shadow that follows you to the end, and I hope that both I and my useless other self may evermore maintain that post. I am completely lost, but you should call him useless. Don't know evermore, but thanks. Oh, for your sake, I should hope he is always useless. Your useless other self? I have no idea what he's talking about here. Is he just talking about himself and degrading himself? I'm quite serious about that. Or perhaps I am half serious, because I was like flinching. Is he talking about Solomon? I don't even know. What is during your worst struggles that you will find him to be useful? A trial in which you'll be subjected to a storm unlike any you have ever known, with the wind so strong you'll need help just to stand. And as a humble butler who wishes nothing more than to fulfill your every desire, that is a future I sincerely hope you avoid. Most likely little Solomon, huh? Shall I speak in good faith? Let me give you a word of advice. Keep an eye on that transfer student from Asakusa. I'm wrong? Oh no, he's talking about, Yorumikala. Think of the military in peacetime or firefighters. It's when they have nothing to do that circumstances are at their best. It's much like engaging in a game, an idle amusement, as opposed to something more meaningful. When the actions you perform in the game begin to serve as a practical purpose... speak of the devil, I must be going now. Hey, Yorumikala! Sit on me. Hey! Sorry to bother you when you're eating, but it's so hot springtime. Came here to let you know everything. It is our special prize after all, so it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. Better go all around making sure everybody knows. I may have been useless in match, but I can at least handle this much, you know? I've got a few more people to tell us, so you go on ahead and have fun. I'll catch you there. Yeah, Fide goes, you found a motorboating Joshi. That's not quite what I expected you to say, but sure. Yo, thanks, good fella. I'll head over there now. Just be sure you don't miss it yourself. Hey, don't worry about me. I'll be there real soon. And just why are you here? This is a private spring. Reserved. Well, it is reserved, but... Oh, wait a minute. Was this a setup? Did the commander pull a fast one on us? Oh, I see. So we are forced together under false pretenses. I shall have to take this up with the sponsors later. For now, however, I believe I'll simply take my leave. Please enjoy the hot springs to your heart's content. I mean, we could both get in. It's pretty big spring, and I wouldn't mind. I appreciate the kindness, but I must politely decline. I do hope you won't be offended. I just seem to have caught a case of the shivers, and they simply won't go away. Must be the snow. Definitely the snow. At any rate, please do take care and enjoy the water. Fucking Jacob. Sit down! Well now, fancy meeting you two here. We should get in quickly before we catch chill. Jacob. I'm sorry, but I was just heading out. Stop, please! Stop pulling my arm! Sharing a dip, arm in arm with an opponent who crossed these fists time and again. What a wonderful happenstance. Positively dripping with love and white sticky goodness. I'm so grateful to be able to partake. Can you at least give me some space? Not just for my sake, but because everything is here too. Oh, it's not so much trouble to be close to me, is it? I should think it would be a happy occasion. Come now, both of you. I can feel the heat emanating from the springs against my skin, even all the way back here. You're a straight shooter, it seems. A real dynamo. You have the same tenacity as my disgraced brother. Well, love comes in many shapes and sizes. Jacob is quite the character, isn't he? Are you going to be okay, Yoritomo? Welcome, one and all. There's no reason to be here. Just enjoy the water. Sun Peace Yoritomo. Also, with regards to chat, is this guy spamming? Or is this like actual sensical Japanese? I don't want to like, ban him just because I don't understand Japanese, but like, if it's some sort of spam thing, you know, you can take care of and ban him. Someone translate something that he's saying in the very least, so I can tell if he's actually, you know, saying something legible or not. Yeah, this is a bonus from us to you. It's not about taking it and seeing what it's like before you fight about it. Seriously. Precisely. See? There's a bit of surprise in store for you as well. Ready, Invari? Let the steamy treasure hunt begin! Tanotomo is not amused, and Yoritomo looks disgusted. I like how the warmongers appeared to just like, the fuck. Ginny is surprised, and Jacob's just like, okay, sure. I just want to soak in the hot spring, but if you say so. Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment to go and translate whatever this dude is saying. What is it? Okay, I don't even know. Anyways, we're gonna continue with episode 4, part 2. But I'm getting the impression this guy is just like copying lines or wasting lines. I don't even know. Let's see. What's this say? Auto Okane. I like video games. You like Natsuki, Tokyo Afterschool Summers, Night College, and other games. Okay, you know, you don't have to ban him. He's just speaking Japanese when he probably should speak English. Anyways, Ramino, I do not understand Japanese, but you know, thank you for sharing your interests, and thank you for sharing, you know, what's called your passion for my content. Glad you enjoy it. I think back on all those from Umamichi who came to see me off that day. Umamichi truly is my home away from hope, where I'm constantly told that no matter how much I trip, slip and fall, I'm always free to pick myself back up and follow my own path. But as a result, it's always been just a little too comfortable for me there. It's always left me feeling unfulfilled, like I should be challenging myself more. And there are a good amount of goofs in that school, between, what's it called? Mostly lead show, to be honest. See, in my homeworld, I couldn't do anything. I was useless. The role I was set to fulfill just seemed so far beyond my reach. I was supposed to be menace, to threaten, to make shivers run down spines. That's all my master back then asked of me. It was so simple, yet I just couldn't manage it. At the most crucial moment, I just stumbled and fall. Even just thinking about it makes me feel ashamed. So for those who don't know, in the story of Gurukono's actual appearance, he, this is the story within, what's called Buddhist mythology, I believe, or, well, I guess Buddhist practice. It's, essentially the Buddha was sitting behind some sort of tree trying to find enlightenment, or have that enlightenment, and Mara, some sort of demon lord or whatever, went to send his demons to attack him and rode on the Dark King of Elephants, which was Gurumkala. So he played a minor role in the end because that was like the only mention of Gurumkala. And then, you know, apparently, like, Buddha, aka the Smoky God in this case, just like them all without even moving from the tree. Something like that. All I ever wanted is to be useful, to prove to the world that there's a place for me, and that I can actually achieve something. Yeah, So there's like pretty much no other mention of Gurukala, despite him being the king of zones. So I can see why they decided to write him as a way of, you know, someone who wants to succeed but fails instead, since that's the only thing he shows up for. The what now? This is getting kind of absurd. Just wanted to stick in hot springs. Oh, okay. That is an interesting comment, but have a good night then. I see. I understand. I understand. This is beyond understanding. His Excellency is right. Further explanation is needed. And let's have none of that smoke and mirrors you seem so fond of, Oh, you wound me. Very well then, I'll put it in simple terms. We're trying to bribe excitement out of you. Or to put it in less villainous sounding terms, we as sponsors want to give back to you, make this event as a success. But it was my idea to make you work for it. For what fun is there if it's too easy? Stop throwing snowballs at me! Alright, the water's the perfect temperature, so let's go over the rules. We prepared something nice for you all. Capsules hidden here and there throughout the spring. These capsules can be exchanged for fabulous prizes. The Celestial King Mara was jealous of the Buddha for reaching enlightenment before him. There's more writing with Mara specifically, but that's... I only know Mara through an extension of me researching Gunrapkala. And the only reason I researched Gunrapkala was because I was trying to find the original, you know, Sanskrit text of his name so I could get it pronounced properly. Oh, the links I'll do for correct pronunciation, even though I probably am still mispronouncing a bunch. All you have to do is find them and bring them to us, and we'll give you your reward. Just be sure you don't get too chilled searching around the outside of the water. Stay warm and wet. The treasure hunt in comfort. So that's how it works. Underwater, huh? It sounds surprisingly ordinary, which makes me wonder if there's more. I mean, it's never this easy, is it? Far be it for me to negate your hard work and planning, but I'm one who prefers to keep my distance from such frivolities. Apolitical attractions as this hold little draw for me. So, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave. Oh, are you sure you want to go, delicate Yoritomo? I am. Unless you have something up your sleeve to make me stay, as you seem to be insinuating. Well, see, an item, a ticket, was added to the prize pool by a certain butler, Mephistopheles. He said you were most interested in getting your hands on it. I believe it. Yes. A ringside seat at the final sumo match of the season. Is he into sumo? I think he mentioned that in passing once, but I kind of forgot about it. Featuring a certain wrestler you like no less. Ironically, for one with no heart, you do know how to toy with others. Very well, I'll play along with this farce too. Your Excellency? As you wish. I shall accompany as well. May I ask, however, why this ticket means enough to you that you would demean yourself so? No, Counselor Talatomo, there's no need for you to know the details. Unless you have a vested interest in my private life. Excuse me. My humblest apologies, Your Excellency. Please do excuse me. I cannot help but wonder as to the true nature of this ticket, however. I assume there's more to it than meets the eye. Particularly if that butler is involved. I sense something nefarious is afoot here. Normally I would think that too, given it's Yoritomo, but I'm like 50-40% sure it's actually him just liking sumo for whatever reason. I'll help you in it, Yoritomo. Don't want to take it differently. First things first, we bathe. I believe I'll pass. Rather emphatically. Best not to be so overeager, brother. Or I should say, Arthan. If you're so keen on helping, take that mindset to the missionaries, where it will be appreciated. And I mean that. You wish to spend the hot springs with Mephistopheles. It's kind of surprised we haven't received a variant from yet. I mean, not really surprised in terms of popularity, but more so surprised in terms of, I think like pretty much every other Warmongers by now has received their own variant. Like very few haven't. It's like just Naja and Mephistopheles. Well, I guess the side crew as well in general. Like, what's it called? Marduk as well as Tita. No, Tita received as Eva, so it's just those three then. there's very few more monikers left that haven't received their second variants. I'll be distancing myself from you now. I can only hope this water is able to cool the butterflies in my stomach a bit. So this really is all ours, huh? A whole hot spring reserved just for us. It's such a luxury. Just think, we get to exclusively use all of this for the next little while. I never thought I'd have a chance to bathe with someone in peace and quiet like this. It's wonderful. It is a most generous favor from sponsors. We must show them our gratitude for what they've provided us. I know. Might you two do me the honor of lying prone over there? I'll perform my boxing club's secret body care techniques. Oh no, he's gonna fist us. They'll loosen the knots of stress that have formed within you, literally within you, and fill your fists with love for the morrow, literally filling your fists. I'll pass. Are you performing a body care regimen on us, as in a massage, with your strength? Correct. I will feel out those unseeable parts of you that are lacking in love, and imbue my love unto them through my fingers. It has quite a reputation within the club for eliminating stiffness, rayness, and tightness of the whole, and memories alike. The memories alike? That last one, I don't know about that. I must admit, I'm intrigued. I think I'll pass. I don't have time for it, you see. What was the treasure hunt at all? Buddha is weird because he still exists in Buddhism, but least of an entity, more of a force that comes in 4 types. Oh, interesting. Well, he is an important part of the story of Buddha, unlike Giramakala, but I believe it's like integral. Every single time the story of the Buddha is told, eventually that part with Mara will be told as well. So, yeah. It's as essential as like Judas being told in the story of Jesus, I guess. Is that so? I'm sorry to hear it. Perhaps we can work on your body another time then. I'll have to make sure I'm ready for it if we do. Hey, what's that under the water there? Hey, could it be? Hey, it's one of those capsules! Or what prize it gets us. Well, we know one of the prizes is something Yoritomo really wanted, so I wonder if they're each specially catered to us. That's a good guess. In that case, mine would be some of the sweets prepared for this event, perhaps. I'd love to be able to share just a bit of their decadence with the children who come to our guild for food handouts. Oh, that's a good choice. I think I'd like the same thing, so I could share it with the others in the cafe for research purposes. Alright then, it's settled. I'll try my fist at this treasure hunt as well to win us the prizes we all desire. That sounds great. We can all hunt together. Keep it. You're in too, right? Thank you so much. Let's search over there then. Would you mind taking that area, Arthur? Well, just keep your temperature in check. But this is gonna be fun. Come on, wherever you are. I'm not finding anything at all. Hey! Look at the belly! Look at the belly! Look at those nips! Hey, Arthur, why are you sucking your lips like that? Enjoying the hot spring? What in the world are you looking for so hard? Oh, right, the treasure hunt. Yeah, I'm also quite hard looking at you. But I'm not finding anything. Here, let me search Grimkilla. Seems like they prepared cool prizes. Oh, no. I'm good. In fact, you can have this. I found it earlier when I slipped and fell. I mean, appreciate it, but it's yours to claim. Hey, that's okay. What I want most isn't going to just roll out into the path from somewhere else. With that in mind, I've chosen to not participate in the treasure hunt. So please, take it. Insist. It's a very Michi tone. You know, I kind of sensed that sort of tonality when it came to, like, you know, Licho and maybe Motosumi, but I thought that was kind of a coincidence. But if it was like 3 students kind of holding that tone, I guess it really is just the school's philosophy to be sort of like finding their own paths and all that. And, you know, doing it through struggle. Not be giving the easy way out and being, confronting it, forced to think about the choices they make. The sponsors sure are cool, huh? They're really generous. Guess that's what makes the event like this a success. I always marvel when I see others standing so firmly on their own 2 feet. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get out now. What's the matter, Ethan? Good look at you're too hard on yourself, I think. I like you even when you fall. Well, I don't. I hate feeling useless. But thank you for the kind words, Ethan. Darn, something's been wrong for the last little while. I feel like my heart's being torn in half. Hey, are you okay? Your face is white as a sheet. You're McCullough? I'm fine. Everything's just fine. Just forget about it. Anyway, I hope this capsule is useful to you. See you later. Hey! Reservation time's almost up. I just found a capsule. Come on back for the exchange. We didn't even find any. Well, McCullough gave us one. Well done, those of you who successfully found treasure on this hunt. Now, as a reward for your valiant efforts, we present to you the final test. Show us who you've earned this treasure. For real! Is it a battle? It's a battle, isn't it? Yeah. You can't be serious. I knew there had to be a catch. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to enjoy it, but I'd hope you'd be a little more pumped than that, at least. Mataka. Perhaps you pushed the envelope just a bit too far from what began as a mere amusement, my dear merchant? And here I was thinking this might be a good model to use for future events, to attract more clientele to the resort. We can do a postmortem on this idea after it's all said and done. For now, you all just take these. Obligatory fight. Sure. What is this, Envari? Isn't this the gimmick item I used in today's match? Except no, it's a little different. We had just a bit of budget left over, so we prepared hot water models of these guns to be used in hot springs. And you're going to use it for another snowball fight right now. Or excuse me, a spring fight against us. Is it safe, splashing hot spring water like that? I know pool water is perfectly fine, but like, hot spring water might be a bit not safe to be soaking and shooting at each other. I see. So it works on the same principle as snowball items then. Like this? It would seem so, Your Excellency. Just aim and shoot as much as you like. Observe. Wait, stop! There are 2 of us. Why are you only aiming at me? I liked it a little bit of revenge here because they would not be here without Tuscali Pocus unwillingly setting them up. Well, we have to calibrate our weapons somehow, don't we? We should have been prepared for this, Commander. Yes, I'm terribly sorry this isn't more of a fair fight. But ultimately, that is on you, Commander. I was caught a little off guard by it, I'll admit, but this seems like a lot of fun all on its own. Alright, let's do it, Cupid. Cross love and fists even while relaxing the springs is a splendid idea. My love is fit to burst anywhere, at any time. Can you cover that face with a paper bag, Jacob? Hello, Bruno. Welcome. No snowball fight, despite what the name of the event is. This is an episode entirely dedicated to just hot spring fun. And Anvari has completely turned it into a gimmick where we're looking for what's called some sort of a treasure hunt items. And after that, then it's now a hot spring water fight for some reason. Well, everyone seems to be enjoying torturing Tuscali Poke anyways, because at least the warmongers are, because they did sign them up without telling them. Something tells me we didn't think this through very well in terms of team sizes. We really need to revise the plan fast. Nothing doing. This was your idea. Let's spoil some sponsors, people. Throw your weapons. On my mark! The ultimate revenge. But yeah, nothing important story-wise. Although nothing important story-wise has really happened at all. Well, actually, we saw Good McCullough very briefly this time. It seems he's having his thing, you know, new character plot, but it's still unclear what it is. Having like heart palpitations or something. Excellent, excellent. Now do bear in mind, the event does not end even if I'm limited. So, let's try this again, but with a few tweaks to the plan, okay? The biggest one being, there are rewards this time around. So, let's keep this event's momentum going, shall we? So, the charade finally comes to an end then. And with that, I shall take my leave for real this time. Hey, what's that you got behind your back? Like suspiciously tickle-like. Never mind that. I have one word of advice for you, missionaries. Do not delude yourselves into thinking you can win again. The outcome of this was decided long before the fighting began, and you will not be the ones left standing in the end. We shall rise to the challenge you put forth and see whose love and fists will strike the knockout blow. And we shall do so with love and service in our hearts, now and always. I've always heard that you lot stubbornly even-tempered. Let's put that to the test and see how my impression changes. I look forward to it. Come the morrow. Let's have ourselves a wonderful matchup in the ring. And Shinya, you'd best not pull your punches simply because you have some sort of one-sided obsession with me. I like how Tom has definitely gotten the right impression of Shinya in this case. No need to worry about that, Tatatomo. I wouldn't dream of it. Isn't that right, Cupid? Oh, this is simply marvelous. I can only anticipate the greatest of spectacles tomorrow. Yeah, let's call it night and get some rest. We wouldn't want anyone collapsing from exhaustion or anything. Seriously. Well, till tomorrow. Let's make it an exciting day. Curricula! Oh no, he's having a heart attack. Curricula? Where'd he... I swear he came this way. Why? Why does my chest hurt so much? I'm dripping with cold sweat, and I can't think straight. This can't be. I haven't accomplished anything here yet. I'll shame my Yomichi classmates if I drop out of the game like this. Nkala? What's wrong? What happened? Everything. Why are you here? I was looking for you. What are you doing here? Yo, Joe! Welcome. We're at the part where Nkala actually has this episode for once. So I'm interested in learning more about it. Oh, see these? These are the gimmick items from today's matches. Oh yes, Snowjack to let me polish them up. I'm pretty good at being the tasks I can do by myself. I usually safe from unexpected things happening. I can't do anything amazing like everyone else can, so I want something where I could actually be useful. You know? Today's matches sure were cool, huh? And respect to everyone involved. One person turning the tides of hell with his powerful fists, another planning out complex strategies with ease. Another coming to terms with his role, and still another conquering uncertainty and fearlessly marching forth. Who's he referring to here? Jacob, and Hirotomo, Shinya, and... I don't know conquering uncertainty and fearlessly marching forth is. Curricula. You're great in first round, and played a crucial part in second. Oh, he's winning himself down, I see. Yeah, he's hyping everyone else up without complimenting himself. That's nice of you to say, but we both know it's not true. This is true. He did help win us the second round only because he turned into Snowball after tripping. In a practice round, I just fell down and got buried in snow. In the first round, I fell down and got in Jacob's way. The second round, all I did was hide behind my teammates. I didn't contribute anything. I kept going on about how to make this event a big success, but my presence meant nothing out there. I did nothing but talk. So I figured we could at least clean the gimmick items. I could be proud of myself for. Something. Oh, no, Alpha, no. Well, I for one think you're amazing. Stop pushing yourself so much. But, can I support you at least? Oh, you want to support me, do you? Thank you. My schoolmates always say the same thing. But then I'll be asked to take a stack of papers somewhere, and then I'll slip and fall into the corner and make a mess. Or I'll be asked to handle a little lab tool with care, but I'll get nervous and wind up grabbing it too hard, crushing it to bits. Still, people are always so nice to me. They always tell me that it is okay because I'm doing my best. That they support me. Well, yes, I am trying my best, and that's what's so frustrating. I don't want people to support me. I want them to be able to count on me. Sorry. I didn't mean to sound so... It's just my chest hurts so bad. Like it's turning in two, and... Oh, but please don't tell the others. But you could be sick. Dr. Sean could give you a checkup. Alright, sure, don't you want... It's fine, really. I mean, even after transferring here to Ayama, I've been useful to anyone. So if I were to suddenly fall ill and be bedridden or something, and everybody were all concerned about me, I would be so embarrassed. I would just be the worst. I'm sorry to dump this all on you. I know you're just trying to help. I need to go outside and cool my head off for a moment. And you should get some sleep. If you don't, you might collapse from exhaustion yourself. And I don't eat that on my conscience. Cool. I'll take care of myself. Good night, Anderson. See you tomorrow. Shangri-La, where the sky extends beneath the land, a paradise in which the sun never sets. I, Girimkura, have been given but one role to fulfill, to present an ordeal to a certain someone. That someone is a singular entity in Shangri-La, and the ordeal is to ensure that the entity can endure the struggles needed to reach the sky. And serving as a beast of burden under the Dark Lord, my face an imposing builder to strike fear in all who behold him. At least in theory. In practice, however, my clumsy nature causes me to always blow it, and then when push comes to shove, I'm always the one bending the knee to the singular entity. Yet, despite being incapable of fulfilling my one and only vital role, everyone always says the same thing to me. And don't let it bother you. There's always next time. Except when next time comes, it always turns out exactly the same! That's why, when I saw that rainbow light that day, I followed it to the other side. And this time around, I'm going to find some way to be peaceful. I'm going to find something I can do. What am I even doing? I said all those things to Arthur, and he's not even involved. But there's something strange about this pain. It's like a part of me is becoming something that's not me. Damn it. No. I can't start trying to voice the blame on this or that. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew I couldn't do it. But as long as all those people I mad respect are involved, it'll all turn out okay. Eventually a success, even without me. Still, it was pretty cocky of me to think I could be in the same league as these people just by wearing their uniform. That's our uniform. It's not really a uniform, but okay. I may be in a new place, but I'm still the same old me. I haven't changed a bit. I still can't fulfill my role. Oh man, poor Gumikala. That's perfectly fine though, isn't it? You don't strictly have to fulfill your role. You're free to cast it aside. What? Who's there? Show yourself! There's no need to be afraid, Nicola. I've come to save you. Save me? What the hell do you mean by that? You don't need to try so hard anymore. You don't need to worry so much. I will protect you. I will support you. I will grant your wish. What are you? Damn it! Larson! Who the fuck is this? Oh no, Nicola got whitewashed! Who the fuck is that? I don't think I've seen that right before. Well, maybe I have, but I forgot about it. But like, what the fuck was that? That's not what I expected. Whitewashed beauty. Morning already. Slept like a log, but not so awake yet. Arthur, there you are. Something terrible has happened. Come quick and have a look outside. Seriously. Ugh. What awful weather. Is it even possible to continue the event in this? Oh boy, the exception's coming. The collision of worlds. Nicola, it's okay, Boo, you're trying. Yeah, he is. Or Nicola. Okay, we are gonna continue with part 1 of episode 5. Let's do this. 2 elephant big boys, Ara. I like them black and thick. Well, I like Nicola's design more so far, anyways. Preferably over this stank ass white Gyria's. Bollywood Nicola? I think you mean Bollywood Nicola. Well now, welcome back to the hotel, my lovely guests. Please, come in out of the cold. We got blizzard conditions out there at the moment, so it likely won't be possible to ascend the mountain right now. There seems to be quite the hubbub in the hotel as well, you say? That's because there's a bit of an incident. That should be no surprise though. A mountain resort closed off by a snowstorm is a regular setting for storybook incidents now. Like until dawn. But where are my manners? Please, take some nice fluffy towels. We don't want you getting wet and catching cold now. Hey, newbie! More towels, please. Keep them coming. Oh no, it's dusty. We were absolutely in over our heads until just a bit ago, but help has finally arrived just in the nick of time. Now we can finally give our full attention to our trooper job. Well, is that it, you ask? Hotelier, manager, and back-end staff all in one. We ensure our lovely customers have the best possible experience. It is our role to play a role in your story, and we take the greatest of pride in fulfilling that duty with aplomb. Yo, Jackie, welcome. Indeed, we are the entertainers, and it is ever in our minds that you enjoy this time and this place to the utmost. Now, as when the tale's introduction shall give way to its many twists and turns, while changing unexpectedly. May you enjoy every last inch of the stage to the very back ends of the back ends, my lovely guests. Don't tell me they orchestrated this now. Valentine Snowball Fight. Chapter 5. If anything remains. What awful weather. The sky is twisting and turning. Can we even continue the event like this? The forecast wasn't calling for a blizzard yesterday. Honestly, the time couldn't be much worse either. You raise a good point, my dear merchant. Perhaps this is just a freak blizzard indeed. What if it's more than that? What are you implying to Scotty Puka? You don't mean to say a collision. I don't mean to say anything with certainty, of course, since I have no evidence. But it may be worth looking into, no? I gotcha. I'll take care of it. Oh, but Arthur. Tempting as it may be to sleuth around, priority 1 is keeping the guests calm. So for now, please wait in the lobby. You can ask around and see what everyone's got to say, but try to be discreet about it. You learn anything? You report back. This is an emergency announcement due to the inclement weather. All guests are advised not to leave the hotel. Regarding the final round of the Valentine Snowball Fight, scheduled to be held today, we would ask that you please sit tight and wait for further updates as the weather wears on. Thank you. Interested in the entertainment business? For real, it sounded like Barang was completely channeling Christine there. At least Boogeyman's fine. Hey, troublemaker. It got real cold real quick out there. You staying warm? You seem to be alright at least, but this is some unfortunate weather. Good morning, you two. How's the baby coming along? You know, not 1AR. Dr. Shadow, I need warmth. Warm me up. Pass. Guess we gotta wait to fight, Yasuri. I know. It's a real shame our plans have been delayed. Hopefully, if the storm breaks, we could still go to it today sometime. If only the weather would cooperate, we could engage one another right now. But at this rate, there's no telling when it'll be. I'm just glad we're fortunate enough to have food, drink, and heating. It would be difficult to weather the storm otherwise. I've been going around reassuring people of that to ease their fears, but it really does seem like we're stuck here for a while. The most important thing right now is to remain calm. I'll show everyone just how disciplined we warmakers are. Well, ain't you just a model soldier today, Yasure? Anyway, I'm gonna go make sure everyone's holding up you okay. If you happen to see anyone who needs to be in poor health, Arthan, you come get me, alright? I'll go with you, Doctor. Till we meet again, then, Arthan. Oh, Arthan, have you seen the weather outside? It's kind of hard not to see it. I've seen many storms in my days, but a blizzard of this magnitude is virtually unheard of. It's cutting off our contact with the outside world too, which means all we can do at the moment is sit and wait it out. Weather up high in the mountains can certainly be fickle, but for something like this to strike without warning is quite peculiar. Agreed. I have a bad feeling about it, honestly. Even late last night, there was no indication of a storm like this was brewing. I hesitate to voice my true concern, but what I see and feel all around me makes me wonder if this might just be a collision of worlds. You sense it too, then. Truly, you are a perceptive one, Arthan. Well, we do know this story seems to be within the same loop as Blackstone Hot Spring Mountain, which was just full of collisions. I believe this may be a collision of worlds. It's a phenomenon that's all too common here in Tokyo. It refers to when one of the other worlds layers itself on top of the familiar Tokyo landscape we know. At the core of this phenomenon, there's always a transient who has some connection to the specific landscape that's leaking in. And do you believe there is such a transient responsible for this blizzard? Do we know of a sacred artifact with such capability? From what we can see, the blizzard's the only thing out of place. So if it is a collision, its origin must be within that storm. And it's likely the result of one specific transient's rule. Though I must remind you, this is all just speculation. It's worth looking into, though. But what do you think we should do? Always ready for the next step to take toward a greater goal. Some may call that reckless, but if so, I'm right there with you. I believe our best bet right now is to simply wait. I'll summon all our members for roll call and advise them of the situation. And I'll continue to investigate the matters and make sure to keep our sponsors up to date on what we found as well. Oh, hey! Here you all are! Have any of you seen Goodwill around anywhere? He and I spoke last night. Pretty late. I might be the last one who saw him. Can't you find him this morning? I was just about to go check on him, among others. Has something befallen him? Well, he seemed pretty down after things ended yesterday, so I thought I'd talk to him a little before today's match. But try as I might, I haven't been able to find him anywhere. I knocked on his door too, but there was no answer. Lord Azazel. Alright, Lord Azazel has the ability to scope out a situation. Gunokala may not be in the hotel at all, in which case he could be in great danger. Finding him will be my first priority. Much obliged. I'll track down Lord Jacob and share what we've learned with him. Can I ask Hisui to explain the situation to Envari for me? I'll reconvene with you as soon as I can. Got it. Let's go, you two. Oh, Gunokala, we gotta find out what happened to you. You have. You look troubled. Tell me, what's on your mind? Another few problems won't make much of a difference now. Hey, Arthur. Not much to report on this end. About the only thing we've confirmed is that, weirdly, this snow resort is the only place experiencing this blizzard. As for the event, if the weather doesn't improve real quick, we're going to have to cancel the final round. Just when I was making so much money, too. It's not fair. Cool your jets and give me back my event, Mother Nature? Seriously! So, no developments here either, then. By the way, question for you both. You haven't seen a Gunokala around, have you? I've been looking around him all morning, but he's nowhere to be found. If you know anything about where he went, please do tell. Last I heard, he was going to inspect and clean the gimmick items last night. Don't tell me he never came back from that. I'm afraid not. It would appear he is no longer in the hotel at all. And that's why we thought to ask you if you might have seen him. Pardon me, I want to report that all mongers are present and accounted for. We are standing by in the hotel, awaiting orders. Good roll call. Sadly, on the missionary's end, it seems there is one among us who is nowhere to be found within the hotel. So we have a single missing transient in the sealed environment the blizzard has bestowed upon us. Indeed, it is impossible to confirm with certainty, but under the circumstances, I think we can conclude that Gunokala. He's the core of the collision. We have to find him as soon as we can. Just start running frantically, what was that? Where are you growing, brother? I understand the desire to run off, but please do consider consequences before doing so. I am purely conjecturing here, but if we are to assume that Gunokala is indeed the core of the collision of the worlds, then the only way we may be able to reach him is by finding the solution to the circumstances this collision has created. That doesn't change what we need to do. The first step is going to be figuring out where exactly he is to reach. That's where I come in, for there's nothing my mirror cannot see in a situation such as this. Well, we've got no time to lose. I may not be able to offer much help, but I'm at your disposal in whatever capacity is needed. Go for it. For real. Once you've confirmed his whereabouts. But if I may, please, send me after him. I can work with Kibutone on his location, but there's something I want to talk with him about with him anyway. Please allow me to join you, Shinya. My inability to see as others means I may perceive that which you would not. And there's no way Jacob's getting lost in a store since he can't get lost despite being blind at all. Besides which, I sensed something quite significant from Gunokala at the end of yesterday's match. Sounds good, both of you. You're in too, ain't you, Arthur? You haven't have to ask. Perhaps we shouldn't think of something we could do to help as well. You don't mind, do you, Counselor Tamtama? Your wish is my command, as always. We'll do what we can to help track down the source of this collision of worlds. Really? Just like that? That'll be a huge help, Tamtama. Thank you, right, Tama? What is this coming from? Calm yourself, Arthur. Please, take a deep breath and get off me, okay? Can never get a good read on you, particularly when you flash me those puppy eyes. You never know just what you're planning. There is nothing surprising about my desire to be involved here. We want this matter resolved quickly as much as you. If the blizzard truly has closing on us, however, then may I presume our search area can be limited to the resort grounds? I believe so. I've compiled all the topographical data we need right here. Good. If you locate him, we'll need to plot the shortest route possible to intercept him, and this will aid us in doing so. Something about that transient caught my attention in the last match, and I'd like to confirm my suspicions with my own eyes. Master Yoritomo, if I may, I'd like to be permitted to perceive it for myself to confirm the same. Sounds good to me. Color's return should be just a matter of time with all of you on the case. Till then, the rest of you get some warm drinks and prepare yourselves for the main event. You got that? Just wait for us, Gunmakala. We'll find you. We swear we will. Ah, my lovely guests. May I have a moment of your time, please, before you depart? Oh, you're the hotelier from before. Wrong, was it? That it is. I'm ever so pleased that you remembered me, my lovely guest. I'm a transient from the same world as our missing guest, Gunmakala, you see. That being the world of Shangri-La. And I thought perhaps it might behoove you to hear that of a particular guest's other self before you proceed. His other self? How to explain? Of course. Have you ever been to a stage play before? When an actor from one stage steps upon another, their entire persona changes to fit the new setting. It's the same for transients. Even with a set role, any transient venturing into a new world will approach it differently. Is that just his old something then? So, no different variety of mythology, it's just him, straight up, but white. In our world, existential suffering stems from the fall, the cycle of death and rebirth, which we ever strive to escape. Yet there's another world that exists opposite to Shangri-La, reaching your face contrary to ours. Of course. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this, but I wasn't sure if Gunmakala actually had his altar for this. But when it comes to both Shangri-La as well as Devaloka, representative of the Buddhist religion as well as Hinduism, they are kind of like two sides of the same coin. They're kind of like the same religion, but not really. I mean, they're two different religions, but they have the same divine entities. And, you know, the Buddha is considered a false prophet in Devaloka, but they're considered, of course, the true one within Buddha. And in the same way, Shiva is considered like a good within Hinduism, but is considered like the Dark Lord within Buddhism. And in this case, it seems within Buddhism, Gunmakala was considered this bad lord or whatever it was, but within Hinduism, he might actually have been considered a nature of good, or a force of good rather. We'll see. There, in Devaloka, that same fall represents existential bliss. Those who tumble into the cycle seek to roll through it forever. Right. That is an interesting take. I didn't know that about that Hinduism. So, as we know, with Buddhism, they want to break free from the samsara, which is the endless repetition of suffering, and achieve moksha, which is like, having full true freedom by following the middle way. But it seems Buddhism, or Hinduism rather, follows the opposite about the cycle. Well, they have their own sort of cycle thing with like the Kalki and the last Yiga and all that. So maybe it's like part of their faith that there's just different cycles and all that. I don't fully understand it, but I'd like to more about it. And our missing guests have been revered there, though he was known by a different name. The White Elephant of Change, Airavata. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I was completely ignorant of the comparison between Buddhism and Hinduism before I played this game, but it is just incredibly fascinating the more I'll learn about it from this. Where am I? You're finally woken, Gunmakala. Or should I say, my other self. It's the same voice from before. Wait, I can't move. Why can't I move? Just like me. What are you? Are you an imposter or something? Sus! Tell me who you are already. Are you an enemy? You are, aren't you? Damn it. You're making a big mistake. I'm from Umamichi. You don't need to act tough or put on a brave front, Gunmakala. I am Airavata, and I've come to save you. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You showed up out of nowhere. What are you even talking about? But I didn't. The thoughts, feelings, and wishes you've been building up inside called me here. That doesn't make sense. I don't know you. Oh, I think you do, even if you don't remember. But there can be no doubt that you and I are the same. Yuriko can't refute this being's claim. As much as he wants to, he perceives no sense of distance from this mysterious figure. It's as if Aravata is further away from him than anyone else in the world, while simultaneously being so close as if to overlap him. Just playing with the game, who do you choose from the 5-star ticket? Ooh, that's a tough question. My personal recommendation, is going to be Dead, but that is for a very specific reason. Because he's the only one who can min-max a particular resource, which is card XP, aka the XP you level with. With that said, you might not care about min-maxing to that extreme, so in that case, I don't know, like, Yuri is pretty decent, there's also Fushi, and of course there's Shiva. Those are the main 3 ones, probably, off the top of my head. There might be some other ones, but I don't have the list for me. I am you from another world. I am your other self. That's why I've come to watch over you. I've been sensing your thoughts. Your desperate lamentations over having fallen in that world of Shangri-La where you desired only to break from the cycle. And again, when you flailed your limbs vettedly trying to fulfill a role here in Tokyo, where no role is truly applied to you. All you wish to measure up to others, but to be able to puff out your chest and say you helped. But, alas, you cannot. Huh? How do you know all that? Ah, wait, you're just saying things and using my reactions to adjust your authenticity, aren't you? Seems he's familiar with mind games. Maybe that's a saying from the Umemichi Academy. Your problems, your anguish, you cannot hide them from you. I cannot hide them from me. Ooh, oddly rival lore. Let's read this. Aravata is an elephant with 4 tusks and 7 trunks. He's called the King of Elephants and Mount of Indra. He's also called the Elephant of the Clouds. Yeah. I did not know that. I didn't know there was an actual King of Elephants there too. Although that makes sense because, you know, India. It has been painful not fulfilling your role, has it not? Knowing that you can't measure up to it. That's not true! I may not be very useful, but I've been trying my best, and that's what matters most. Even when things don't go as planned, at least I'm showing everyone how willing I am to try. And then tell me, when will that ambition, that determination, bear fruit? That's not... You try and you try, but you never succeed. Yet someone always says to you, don't worry about it, you'll get it next time. Don't push yourself so hard, I'm here for you. That's what they say, isn't it? Each and every time you failed and lost faith, I've been there, drawing out those feelings like water from a well. And now, in order to save you from the depths of your sadness, I've come to you directly. You poor, poor thing. You are the part of me that could not fulfill my role, Yuriko. But it was inevitable that you would not find success. There was never any other path for you. It was foreordained in Shangri-La that you should ever continue falling, continue rolling. What the hell do you know? You're not making any sense. Are you saying that everything I've been doing, all the effort I've been putting in, hasn't amounted to anything because of you? I'm so sorry to have come so late, my poor, pitiful other self, but I will take the fall for everything now. Yes, whenever things didn't go your way, or plans failed to play out as you projected, it was all my doing. All my fault. So you needn't be concerned about it anymore. You needn't be sad anymore. Because from today on, I, Airavata, shall become you, Gunukala. And just as you've always wished, you will be useful to those around you. You will never want again, for I will take the reins. Yeah. Gunukala was written as just essentially a side note in the story of Buddhism, but most likely in his original religion of Hinduism. he was probably a big deal, and he actually had a lot of victories. He wasn't destined to be fail and to be written as a loser as he was within the Buddhist canon.
What are you trying to say? This was all pre-planned? This was all inevitable? No matter how much I tried, I could never be like those incredible people I interacted with. And all this time, I've been thinking it was all about everyone else just being better than me and everything. It's alright, Nagirmika. I'll protect you. I swear it.
Oh, I know this feeling.
For instance, this event you had trying so hard to make success of. Or if you were to turn around all on your own, then everyone would heap praises upon you. I can make that happen. I, who believe in the value of merit, of rolling on, can make it happen.
That's a very interesting choice to make Gunokalo rather than Airavata, the playable character in Housamo. Because, Gunokalo just has straight up less written for him. But because of this, intersectionality of worlds, they can write a lot more of an original story for him. So kudos to LifeWonders for thinking about that.
I will draw your feelings, chain them into clouds. Then use our rule to rain blessings upon land and turn it all around.
That's enough! Get away from him! Gunokalo is coming back with us. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Airavata who crossed Rainbow Ridge, it was Gunokalo, so. He is the one who sought refuge.
Harrison, and the rest of you too? But how? Well, now what have we here? It's a pleasure to meet all of you, for whom I hold such mad respect. My name is Airavata. I'm the other side of Gunokalo. I don't care who you are. You are backing away from Gunokalo right now, or else. You are at a tactical disadvantage too. We outnumber you significantly. I don't think you have any hope of taking us out. It seems there's been a misunderstanding. I'm not your enemy. I do not wish to fight with any of you. We're not interested in hearing your intentions or wishes, but we have reason enough to ask you to discard them. How about you come speak with me before you finish your business with Gunokalo? I'd be happy to converse with you, fist to fist. I'm gonna get you back, Gunokalo. Wait. Something's off. How's there been a misunderstanding? Well, there we go. I knew you, of all people, would hear me out, Earthen. This is something Gunokalo himself wanted. See for yourself. Stop it. That's enough. I don't. Gunokalo? What are you? I understand now. So please, just leave me be. Oh, but you don't need to worry. The blizzard will dissipate shortly, and the event can resume as planned. Oh no! He's back to the sphere, and then I'm about to replace him. Oh no! Oh my god, I really do Gunokalo. It's too sad. Airavata was born by 2 halves of an egg, with Brahman, the crater, dog sung its sacred rooms over the eggs. And I think that's the egg he's holding right now. Ooh, interesting. Gunokalo, why? What does all this mean? Simple. It just means that Gunokalo will no longer take center stage here in this Tokyo.
Yeah. I mean, the closest we've had to something like this before. I wouldn't say... It was like with Durga, right? Yeah, it's very similar to Durga's thing. Was Durga the whole thing with Parvati like that? It might have been, actually. No, I think they were from the same religion, not from 2 different religions. They're both from a... Actually, don't know if it was Hinduism or Buddhism. Probably Hinduism, but who knows. We're gonna finish off today with episode 5, part 2. Let's dive in. But yeah, I can totally sense where Gunokalo is coming from here. His intentions, it's written on his face, it's written on his expressions. He wants to write himself out because he's always losing, and he just wants to win now, and even if it means, erasing himself. Too sad. You're a dog in South God. It's alright. Diva Loka is a world in which creation, sustainment, and destruction loop forever in a cycle. There, near and far,
hold no meaning. There are no goals to be pursued, and thus no need to judge distance. There I was given but a single role to fill. I was to suck up the water on the surface, alter it, and redistribute it as blessed rain. In a very literal sense, my role has always been to turn the world on its head, again and again, maintaining this grand cycle of nature. He's responsible for the rain cycle within Hinduism. That's very fascinating. And then they completely demonize them in Buddhism. Ugh. Well, it's not like Buddhism is alone when it comes to religions recontextualizing other religions. I have always fulfilled my role, never creating any significant surplus of deficiency. The cycle is repeated in this world many thousands, many hundreds of millions of times. I feel ever fulfilled, taking pride and joy in my work. Within these cycles, there can be no doubt that I am useful. Nay, a crucial presence. But Devaloka is not the only world there is. Behind it stands its mirror image, another world with another cycle all its own. A cycle that everyone wants to break, and even though Gurumikala is him, he actually wants to escape the cycle. In that world, where people long to break free of the cycle, I am scorned, not praised. So his desires has been twisted here. That's really sad. But that's what happens when you repurpose one character from one religion into another. And so my existence has been divided into the useful side of me and the useless. That is a very interesting way of writing the story. Shiva should know Durga considers his wife turned into Durga at one point. Oh. Well, they've never interacted. Neither have Hati or Fenrir, so there's a lot of interactions that is just right for it and skating, but have not gone seen yet. Although we both preside over change, there is a fundamental difference in our faith and belief that sets us apart. The one where repeating the loops is seen as success, and the one where repeating the loops is seen as failure. Simply by being different in different worlds, the paths we've walked in life have been polar opposites of one another. That's why I feel compelled to save you. Allow me to take your place. Oh, he's so happy here. It's so sad. Oh my god. He smiles like this all the time, and he's trying to, self-deprecate himself and talk about how he looks up to his peers. That's so sad. You've suffered so much in your homeworld, working so hard and believing in vain that one day your efforts would bear fruit. I truly have mad respect for you, Gurumikala. But the truth is, you are by your very nature fated to never see that fruit born. You will forever tumble and fall, again and again. If there is meaning in it. If you try anything and everything, and understand that it will all amount to nothing in the end, you will be saved. So I think the cycle of futility might actually be seen as good within Hinduism. Or, yeah. So they're one and the same, but I think he's trying to change Gurumikala's mindset about breaking the cycle. Because if he does, then he will be one and the same with Airavata in terms of, their belief set and their way of being. So just accept it, my other self. Accept your lot. There is no reason to exert so much effort, to expect so much of yourself. Allow me to absorb your tears, form them into clouds, and rain blessings down upon the world from them. Oh, this is such a sad story to be written for a side character. Oh my god, Gurumikala. I didn't realize this story would be so sad. Simple. It just means that Gurumikala will no longer take center stage here in this Tokyo. Gurumikala, what's wrong? Airavata, what are you doing to him? A stream of white luminescence emanates from Airavata's sacred artifact and pierces Gurumikala's body, seemingly filling him with its life. I see it all now. It's always going to be like this. Everything I'll ever do will end with me falling. That's right. What Gurumikala is seeing is nothing short of his own future, through which he is fated to tumble ever onward. I feel this is only true if he remained within the world of what's called Shangri-La, But as long as he is here in Tokyo, he's free to rewrite his fate. Thinking he can fulfill his own goals without rolling off track is a fool's errand, but nor can he distance himself from them. Therefore, he has chosen to quit, knowing that quitting will make no difference, and thus he steps down from the stage. Oh no, he's getting buggy-manned! What's happening? Termacola is disappearing! Arthur, all I've ever wanted is to be useful. To stand on my own 2 feet without falling over. To be able to laugh and say, leave it to me! And really mean it. But I've always felt that it could never happen. And it seems I was right. But when I Revita, my other self, that's not my fault things never go the way I want them to. I felt relieved. Like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. It's not because of the inadequacy after all. My own inadequacy. Ooh, this is too real. At some point I used to blame my own shortcomings a lot. What's it called? When it comes to comparing myself to the world. But now, I've taken a more recent stance of sort of blaming the world itself over me, who I'm fairly sure I've worked hard enough and still have not really reaped what I've wanted to. The fact that I can never take a single step forward without tumbling to the ground isn't due to some failing within me. But I still can't face anyone else like this. Not my old master, and not my own Michi chums either. Hey, it's alright, Dormacola. I will fulfill a role enough for the both of us. There's nothing to worry about. I can do the job without fail, and with as much excess or deficiency as is needed or as I like. So you don't need to push yourself so hard anymore. Just leave everything to me. Stop! Irapata! This isn't right! Why do you insist on preventing me from offering aid? What good can come of making this boy suffer any further? None of us can live without hope. None of us can live without future that's yet unknown. Yet for him, no matter how he struggles, his goals will never be in reach, nor can they ever be distanced out of sight. No. No! See, it's not all about near 4. There are other options too. Yeah. The worst thing that can pass through one's lips is an empty platitude. False hope is a poison that makes others suffer. But there's nothing false about it. The spark in your eye is telling me you're not just all talk. But I suspect you're also not fully convinced of what you say yourself. I suspect you're still struggling with its veracity. Hey, Garmikala, something I have to say as well, if you'll listen. Shinya? It's okay, you can just leave me be. No, I really can't, because I'm in the same boat as you. Sometimes you fuck up and sometimes it really isn't your fault. See, it's not just that. Sometimes you fuck up over and over and over and over again, despite your hardest efforts, and it's not your fault. Like, you'd like to attribute it to yourself once you try your best, because, once you try to improve over and get rid of every issue and then you still fail, you end up inevitably blaming yourself. But sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's something beyond your perception, something that you can't even influence. Sometimes it's the system itself that just prevents you from getting any win in life. Did I not? What do you mean? You're amazing! How can you possibly be in the same boat as someone like me? All I know is I am. I'm repeating the same mistakes over and over again, just as you claim to be. Oh, references to the backstory of his pillar. Oh my gosh. Huh? I'm always on receiving end of infection and favor from everyone, whether I like it or not. And I don't. I hate it! It creates a building of affection over time, and while it's all fine when they spend time with me at first, it doesn't stop. Eventually they start to insist that I have eyes for only them, that I pay attention to no one but them. And even if they can offer me that, I can't reciprocate. I have to turn them down. It's very painful for both of us. Tried everything. Everything. From keeping far away from other people to intentionally getting closer. I just keep on failing successfully. But nothing's ever worked out. And it's made it very hard to just be me. Some people also say I have a dick that's too big. Oh, I have so much problems in my life. So I ran. I ran from my problems. And nothing changed. I've been shunning this power of mine for so long now, wondering why I have to go through this. Why does nothing ever change, no matter how hard I try? He's talking about the different loops now. And the worst part is, like you... No, it's not my fault. But all this time... Yeah, he wasn't given, I think he said earlier in this story that he'd give up his power if he could, but, it seems it's out of his control. But all this time, all my life, this same pattern just keeps repeating over and over again. There's never any sign of stopping. Then, I joined up with the missionaries and met you, Agricola. You really are just like me. Except you feel upwards rather than downwards. You see? And when I heard you left Umamichi Academy for new pastures, yet still were struggling. The same as I've been. I found that very reassuring. It meant that I wasn't alone anymore. And then on top of that, I wasn't even able to meet someone who claimed to hate me despite... I was able to meet someone who claimed to hate me despite knowing of my powers. It made me think... Ooh, what's that double space there? I only had to push through once more. Just one more time. That maybe, just maybe, I could put a little bit of effort into getting out of this rut. So good, Mikala. I know this is a selfish request, but would you consider doing the same and giving it one more shot? For me. Interesting. I'd like you to show me as well, my other half. Show me if this third path can truly grant you a new start. Ooh, third path! Third choice! That was the exact same thing that happened with chapter 11, I believe, when we were facing Shiva. There was a third choice after all. I forgot what that third choice was, but there was a third choice. But it's a common theme that runs in this game. You shouldn't just take everything you see at face value when it comes to choices. You can invent a new choice if you see two choices that seem unpleasant. There's always infinite possibilities, so don't be deceived by life being multiple choice. Oh my gosh! Shiva music! So cool. If so, it is what the Velokans would call samsara, the cycle of change. It should be a forest both unapproachable and inescapable. Ooh, this music! So appropriate. It happens with the Shiva music. The water-blown forest from Airavata dances and swirls through the air, forming a blizzard that envelops everything the eye can see in white, and closes it off from all of its surroundings. God, this music is so cool. I'm having a tear in my eye. How cool is it? I see. So this is a peek into the system of Devaloka, under which eternalization is the end goal. Offense and defense mean little when distance to one's foes can neither be closed nor open. Perhaps as a world representative, you could use my role too. No, I mustn't be too hasty. Let sleeping dogs lie, as they say. Change of plans, Counselor. Can I trust you to serve as my outrider? He doesn't want to reveal his power. Of course, Your Excellency. Airavata, was it? You claim you can fulfill your role with ease. Could you prove it as such to me now? Or have you perhaps blustered beyond your means? For you see, in this world, it is I whose role shines brightest. Do be prepared, for I always am, and I am not about to pull my punches here now. And Garukola, I want you to know that I do not judge or hold any disdain for you in your clamor to fulfill your role. You said you can't bear to face your friends or your master, no? Well, you're free to face me. I will look you square in the eye. For in my mind, one's face is not something to be bashfully shown to others, but to attract others to look its way. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty basic tongue to him. Come back to us, Gabriella! I wonder if LifeWonders would do something with Airavata and Ulaanbaatar. I don't know. Sometimes they dip into like referencing Durga's other half. Like in Nightmare Kingdom, we got to see Parvati very briefly. So they might do something with Parvati. with Aravata as well. I don't want to go either. If there's still a chance, then I don't want to give up on it. I'm sorry, Aravata. Will you wait for me? Just wait a little longer. He meant it when he said that none of this is my fault. That really made me happy. But the thing is, because he made me so happy and restored much faith in me, I want to give this one more shot. Yeah, that's my attitude right now. Fuck the world, but I'm not giving up. I'm giving one more shot with a renewed understanding of how unfair the world is. Even if I tumble and fall, even if I sink into depression, I want to carve my own path. Here we go. Alright, let's do this, everyone. We won't let you take control from us. Okay, this is a pretty good story. Everything before was kind of hyper irrelevant, but at least, you know, the guild rating was good. But this is suddenly for, you know, something contained within an episode and a half, quite good. But only if you actually care about the whole Yavloka versus Buddhism thing. Also, very, very epic introduction of the Shiva Warmonger's music. Every time I fall, I always think to myself that I've reached my limit. That's not worth it anymore. That I'm going to quit. Every time. Yet, every time, there's always someone there with me. Someone who convinces me to rise up and try just once more. Look at the Umichi gang. Time and time again, I stand on the verge of giving up. Time and time again, I lose faith in myself. Yet time and again, I get right back up, and in the end... Did you read your last comment? I did, about how if they do something with Aravata and Ulaanbaatar. And so it goes. This is what my life is, and will likely continue to be. I'm just going to keep falling, keep tumbling, keep feeling down on myself. And I keep running into others who tell me it's okay and convince me to repeat the whole process all over again, and again. Get away from our Aravata! Yamika, we've got you. Before that one? In summits, elephants are making people make clouds. I read that. We found out Aravata was born in the same like that Garuda, a bird deity that's Ulaanbaatar is based on. That's interesting. What? That's a weird intersection. I thought Ulaanbaatar was just a location, and I don't know why Ulaanbaatar itself was named after it, but sure. I have heard of Garuda before, though. Given that Garuda has changed his mind, I'll do as you say and step away from him. But do not think this means that I've accepted your line of thinking. I cannot, and will not, until I see with my own eyes a third option. Not drawing near nor distancing, but something else. Well, I'm no stranger to getting back up after falling down. And this was your idea, so I'm counting on you, Arthin. Up on the spot. Just keep a close eye on the game. Until I'm convinced, none of you will be able to leave this enclosed space. I do hope you understand. Oh my god. Oh, come back. Hey! Watch it! If you're suddenly gonna glom me like that, then I'm gonna fall. Good elfin bliss. Sorry. Are you okay, Arthin? You know, I hate to admit it, but I really was beginning to think it would totally be fine. Totally fine that I should just disappear. If I should be replaced by someone who isn't me. someone who would be useful to others. But then I heard your voice. I heard everyone's voices without any sense of pressure or expectation. It just felt so natural.
Yeah, unlike Grimcall though, there are some differences. I did not get as much support from other people, so I kind of just had to assure myself. But I was not really in the verge of quitting as nearly as often as Grimcall was. Also, with regard to that last bit, I don't think being replaced by someone who's better than me would really have fixed anything in the end. In the end, everyone's replaceable, even the useful ones, because the world will move on either way, whether useful or not.
Yes, self-ability, the best part of the story. But then I heard your voice. I heard everyone's voices without any sense of pressure or expectation. It just felt so natural. That's what's got me to reconsider. That's what's got me to decide not to give up and instead try even harder. So thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. You're a true friend, Arthur.
Welcome back, Grimcall. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I think I am. Thanks, Shinya. Honestly, when you get right down to it, nothing has changed. I'm still going to fall and make mistakes. But I'll try to do better. I'm going to keep trying until I've repaid my debt to you.
Grimcall? I'm glad to hear it. I look forward to fighting by your side some more, Grimcall.
Right back at you, Shinya. You really know just what to say back there, didn't you, Arthur? Truly a truth bomb of a great power. However, for you to have spoken with such confidence, I can assume you have a plan of attack, no?
I just might have an idea, at least.
But I'll need help from both sides.
Jacob, Housamo.
I will help, if only because I don't wish to sacrifice any of my subordinates for a mere training exercise. Thank you, both. You really saved me. Seriously. I'm not the one you should be thinking. Provided this goes well, it's Arthur who deserves your gratitude.
I also don't need your thanks, Grimcall. Though if you should insist upon extolling my cuteness, I would allow it.
The cavalry has arrived, though it looks like we missed the party. Indeed, it would seem the battle's ended. Honestly, couldn't have saved some of the fun for us, huh?
Someone sung Loser Baby to Giri Kazini. Don't be like that then. Garuda is on the flag of the city, daughter. Oh, I see.
Drop the charade. I've no doubt you're watching us through your little network. So, what's next for this event? You got us there. Some of those debated over the battlefield, while it's still encircling the whole area. Meaning we gotta show that white elephant a good game, and until we do, we're stuck here. So let me just ask you one thing, okay, Arthur? When you implied needing help from both guilds, you didn't mean you want them to play a fake scheme just for show, did you? Of course not. I want this to be a real fair fight. Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Just want to make sure my books are kept legit to avoid refunding any bets, you know? Now, it's all on... apparently there are bets going on for this. Fucking right. Now, it's all on you when you start the final round. I thought he was injured or something. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm ready any time. The love that boils within these veins is not faded in the slightest. I am good too. I've got no objections, do you, Cupid? It's good to see things back on track. Of course, we're fine on this end as well. We certainly wouldn't wish for this event to end without our victory being firmly established for all to see now, would we? Perish the thought, Your Excellency. Our strength and perseverance will be the talk of the town when this is true. I'm ready to. I'm gonna take part in this one more time. You can do better than that, Grimcall. Don't just take part. You're gonna win. All right. Come on, buddy. Larson. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna see this through and give it my best shot till the very end. Oh, Grimcall! Grimcall, he's so cute. That's the spirit. Sounds like everyone's ready to go then. For real this time. The decisive battle is nigh. Who shall come out on top of the snowball fight? Let's answer that question once and for all. Let the final battle begin!
What the developments? Alright, so just to confirm, the next episode is going to be just a single parter for episode 6, where we're going to be finishing the rest of the story tomorrow. So that's it for this playthrough. Thank you for joining, everyone. What did I think of this so far? They actually added a plot, which is great, of course, since the first half of the story did not have a plot whatsoever. In fact, the first half of the stream did not have a story. It was just them looking for a scavenger hunt or doing a scavenger hunt inside a hot spring, which is definitely a choice. But I kind of like the solution. So let's talk more about the formulas of stories in general within Housamo. In very early Housamo, they had to rely on formulas. With that said, every episode featured some sort of, one of the variants, and then usually there was like a feature where, the new character was the cause of all the problems. This was the case for many stories, such as with Black Snow on Hot Spring Mountain, or with Virtual Summer Memory. The list goes on. There's always like some sort of feature like that. It's nice what they did here as a solution to that, because not every story can be nightglows, or they have this brand new thing where the world ends and all that. Granted, Nodens was the villain there, but it was less of an individual feature and more of a full chaptered story with context and all that. That's a bit high stakes though, given it involved multiple worlds and the idea of the nature of the world itself. In this case, it's more they decide to jam-pack all the individual features of all 4 characters. I guess we're not going to get too much in depth of Yoritomo, as well as what's it called? Shinya in the end, but we know their kind of deal already. But yeah, they packed all their 4 parts very early on within the first 3 episodes, and you got a good scenario going on of shenanigans in episode 1, and in episode 4, we just had more fun banter. Honestly, episode 4 was largely pointless. Its only point was to lead us up to Gurumakalla's war on it. But yeah, it was nice to see some sort of cathartic revenge on Tiscali-Poku for setting up the warmongers for this very trivial, unimportant training exercise. But yeah, Chapter 5 really blew me away, because by doing that, they decided to condense the plot and make it have a lot more impact. Because I feel like that was a lot of the problem with making things formulaic, was that, it kind of weakened and diluted the importance, the gravitas of the plot that was underlying it. Such as with Valentine, what's it called? Valentine Time Warp. That one where, it's like Echo and what's it called? They're trying to make her do something and make her chocolates or something, make her forget and get them out of that collision. And they repeated it, and it lost all its weight during that entire time. But in this case, they decided to jam-pack everything in the end so that there's just more weight behind it, and got all the fluff out of the way in getting. So I'm liking this one solution for it. It's fairly clever, and it doesn't have to go as hard as Nightglows does, because let's be real, it would be kind of exhausting if it was always as hard as Nightglows. But yeah, that's it for my thoughts. I'm looking forward to the next stream. That will be tomorrow at the same time. That will be the final part for episode 6, 7, as well as the epilogue, which, don't worry, all of them are only 1 part long. It'll be quite short, only 3 parts rather than 4. Anyway, thanks for joining, everyone. Take care. I'll be Rival and Zenu, and anyone else who's watching. I will see you tomorrow if you're coming then. If not, then watch the replay. But yeah, have a good one, everyone, and we'll see you next time.